Elena.
Hi, Rebecca.
How are you today?
I'm amazing.
Where are you today?
I'm at the Castelo de Casalborgone in Italy.
And what have you been doing?
Oh, I have been learning a lot about future, breaking a lot of points of view that I used to have about so many things in a class. It has a name that is so large that I cannot remember. But it's about the brilliance of the willingness to be the source of everything in your life.
It sounds like you just remembered it. So you're not having any fun?
At all.
And
Oh, by the way, I'm surrounded by amazing people who are changing the world just by their very being.
well, that sounds crazy. How does that work?
It's very funny because what they do is they choose to not believe what everybody do believe, which is like everything is hard and difficult and problems are actually a thing.
So how do you start being one of those people?
Oh, well, it's very difficult and I hate it because when the first time they told me, I was like, what does that mean? You have to choose it.
Right. We've heard this word before, I believe.
I know, but usually the way I have heard it is more like you have to decide about something and then you have to stick to that decision for the rest of your life.
And what do you mean when you say choice?
It means you can try something and if it doesn't work, you change it.
Well, that sounds interesting.
It is very interesting. And what it has led me is I used to have a lot of issues about keeping money with me. And now it is like I have this magic wallet that it always has the money I require for anything.
Well, that sounds like a miracle.
It is. And it makes you so different because you never worry. And you know, I'm Mexican, so worrying and problems are like totally Mexican. We have the best telenovelas in the world.
Right. So, speaking of somewhere that is full of incredible drama, but the drama of beauty, why don't you show us around the dining room?
I will. So what we have here, it's an amazing vault. That is Catalan vault. And what is amazing about this is the acoustics it has. And when you're sitting at one of the tables, you can be heard across the room. So you have to be really careful about what you say.
Have you ever told a secret in here?
Of course not. I don't have any secrets.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah. The thing I really like about this place is like in the middle of the 21st century, you can have your food like a queen or like a king. Like you have this silver. It is not silver plated, it's silver. Water pitcher, or for the tea, or even the knives and forks are all silver. And the glasses are all crystal, cut crystal.
Beautiful.
And in my grandma's house, they have these things under closed
Yes.
with a key. And here, like, just use it. So it's basically this wealth in all the senses, and not only the money.
So,
And it's amazing because it's not like you're not paying for the silverware, so you can actually have a meal for less money than you can imagine. And that is something I really find that is interesting because usually people don't choose things because they think they will be so expensive they will not be able to buy them. So right now I'm in a castle in Italy having dinner like a queen. And it didn't cost me a kingdom. I just had to choose it.
so what are some of the choices you've made financially that inspired you?
So the first major one, I got divorced a long time ago and I bought a house. And I used to think my mortgage was like my chain. Like I could only do as much as my mortgage would allow me. You know the dogs with the chain.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
What I started doing after one class is educating myself about mortgages. And we think I'm an economist and I should know about that before. And I did, but like it didn't quite, I don't know how to say it. It was very hypothetical, But when I started educating myself, it just got into the place where it should. And then I realized that the banks, what they do is they use the words to their advantage. Like they would do this thing, they call it a penalty when you pay an advancement on the capital. And in fact, what they are doing is you're just paying a little percent to avoid paying a larger percent. But they use these words. So that's amazing. When you educate yourself about what things really mean and what things really are. Because then money stops being this terrible wolf that is out to get you. And it becomes a tool for your life.
So how can people start to educate themselves about the language of money?
Oh, they could choose to come to a Wealth Creators Anonymous class.
Interesting. How convenient.
This is a specialty in access consciousness that I really, really like. Because it's not about, oh, I have so many problems, please fix them for me. It's, hey, I know there is something different available. Can you show me the way? And it doesn't matter if you're interested in real estate or in finances or in exchange rates. There is always something for you. Like, for example, I have a friend who does these amazing dinners. And it's just about the pleasure of the wealth of living. And not one or the other, but one and the other.
Well, that sounds delicious. I believe there was even one at this very table here a few months ago.
Yeah.
Which Elena was at.
I was there. And it was amazing.
It was delicious. Now, where are you doing classes? Tell us more about you.
Well, right now I'm in Mexico and around. I'm doing classes in the Caribbean next month, in the Dominican Republic. They have this wealth of tropical luxury there.
Well, that sounds horrible.
I know. And I just did one in Venezuela, which has such a terrible reputation right now. And it's very interesting because what I found is even in places that supposedly are terrible, people are choosing more, are reaching out for what is available. And that's one of the parts I really like about these opportunities to facilitate people, that you can actually inspire them. I was going to say show them, but it's not showing. It's inspire them to reach out for what they know is possible. Because, of course, what I know is possible is so different from what you know, for example, is possible. Just because of our backgrounds, of our ages, of our circumstances. We have a unique point of view that is totally different. And when we get into this together of facilitating, you enrich each other's life. And that's wealth also, wealth of knowledge, wealth of experience, that when you're present in your life, you can use to your advantage.
This has been an amazing conversation, Elena. Is there anything else that you think we should hear on this video?
What if every problem you think you have, it's not a problem? What could you choose if problems were just lies?
Well, what a note to leave us on. Thank you, Elena.
Thank you, darling.